Yes, good morning, students. We are on page 76. And what we have read, according to that, you can see the questions given on the very first page. What kind of a person was Evans? Yes, Pratham. What kind of a person was Evans? Hmm. Yes. He was very smart as he has escaped from the prison thrice. Anything else? He was non-violent type of person. Anything else? He was in the habit of stealing by birth, congenital kleptomaniac. Yes. Anything else? Any other feature? He was having good singing skills and tried to copy the great singers. Anything else? Can't we say that he was a good planner and he was ambitious to get qualification, higher academic qualification, as it was told to the governor that he wanted to have this O-level German examination, though it was only a pretext, only an excuse he has made to escape from the prison. Yeah. Next question, what were the precautions taken for the smooth conduct of the examination? Whatever the part you have read, according to that only. He was given a separate cell where the arrangement of the examination was done. Yes. Some person from the church was called for invigilation. Yes. Yes. They had done some particular device on the door of that room where Evans was going to appear, and the conversation can be heard by the governor sitting in his own room. So that particular device was arranged for that, so that all type of conversation can be listened by the governor. Anything else? All sharp things were removed from the room, the razor, nail filer, scissor, etc. They did not allow him to have anything which could cause any problem. Anything else about the security purpose? Two persons were there on duty, Mr. Jackson and Stephen. One was at the cell, inside his cell or outside his cell, and the other one on the inner gate of the D wing. Then when the invigilator came, his signatures were taken, his name was noted down at the gate. One police officer came along with him to leave him till the main gate of D wing. There was a big, very strong gate outside which was locked as they entered. When they reached to the gate of the D wing, again Mr. Jackson was there to receive, and with their entry, again that gate was closed. We were reading this part only. Please, beta, look at your books. When we have noticed that I'm starting from page 76 from the beginning. It was 9:10 a.m. when the governor switched on the receiver. He had instructed Jackson to tell Evans of the temporary little precautions that was only fear, as if Evans would not spot it. But wasn't it all a bit theatrical, schoolboyish almost? How on earth was Evans going to try anything on today? If he was so anxious to make another break, why in heaven's name had not he tried it from the recreational block? This was all the thinking of the governor himself. If he wanted, he could have escaped from the recreational block, which was easy. It was much easier, but he had not. And there he was now, sitting in a locked cell, all the prison officers on the alert, two more locked doors between his cell and the yard, and a yard with a wall as high as a haystack. You can note down this point for the precautions and the arrangements which were made for the security. Yes, Evans was as safe as houses. That means they were thinking that they had made each and every arrangement that Evans could not do anything. No, he could not run away. Anyway, it would not be any trouble at all to have the receiver turned on for the next couple of hours or so. He felt that it would not be any trouble if he kept his receiver on. It was not as if there was going to be anything to listen to, was it? Because there might not be anything to listen because the exam was there. When the exam started, there is no conversation. So there might not be anything to listen. Amongst other things, an invigilator's duty was to ensure that the strictest silence was observed, because it was the duty of the invigilator to maintain silence in the room or in the examination hall where the exam is going on. But still that little nagging doubt, but still there was some troubling doubt in his mind. जिसको लग रहा था कि चाहे वो रिसीवर ना भी ऑन करे तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बिकॉज उसको लग रहा है कि कुछ ऐसी कन्वर्सेशन नहीं हो सकती, because exam is there and it is the duty of the invigilator also to maintain silence in the room and there would be no conversation. कुछ ऐसा सुनने वाला तो होगा नहीं, लेकिन फिर भी उसके माइंड में एक डाउट था जो कि इसको बार बार परेशान कर रहा था. nagging means it was troubling him again and again that Evans can do anything wrong. Might Evans try to take advantage of McElroy, कि शायद वो उसका कोई बेनिफिट उठाए, उस कुछ गलत करे उसके साथ. Get him to smuggle in a chisel or two or a rope ladder. मतलब ऐसे डाउट्स उसके माइंड में आ रहे हैं कि क्या वो उसको किसी तरीके से सीक्रेटली उसके साथ कुछ गलत कर सकता है थ्रू अ चिजल. चिजल क्या था? अ टूल जिसके साथ कटिंग की जाती है, छेनी जिसको बोलते हैं, लोहे को या लकड़ी को काटने के लिए जिसको यूज किया जाता है. और विद द रोप लैडर, कोई रोप लेकर या कोई लैडर लेकर वो उसको परेशान करने की या उसको रस्सी से ही बांध दे, कुछ पता नहीं उसके दिमाग का कि किस तरफ चल पड़े. सो ही वाज हैविंग डाउट अबाउट Evans. That's why he wanted that the device should be on. The governor sat up sharply. It was all very well getting rid of any potential weapon that Evans could have used. Or he was very alert. Sharply here shows that the governor was sitting very alert and he was very much sure that all type of weapons, all type of sharp things had been removed from his room. Evans could have used, but what about McElroy? But if McElroy had brought something unknowingly, कुछ ऐसी चीज वो ले आए जिससे कि इवांस उसको यूज करके उसका गलत एडवांटेज उससे ले ले. What if quite unwittingly the innocent McElroy had brought in something himself? कि अगर मैकेलरे अननोइंगली या अनविटिंगली कुछ ऐसा चीज ले आता है, जैसे हमने स्टार्टिंग में क्या देखा है, उसके सूटकेस में क्या बताया था, देयर वाज अ नाइफ टू ओपन द एनवेल्प फॉर द पेपर and that knife can be used for the wrong purpose also by Evans. So these type of doubts were coming in the mind of governor. And what if Evans held him hostage with such a weapon, कि अगर Evans उसको hostage means उसको prisoner बना लेता है और उसी वेपन को वो यूज कर लेता है जो कि मैकेलरे किसी और पर्पस के लिए लाया हो, जैसे जैक नाइफ एक्सेट्रा, टू ओपन द एनवेल्प ऑफ द पेपर. द गवर्नर रीच्ड द फोन फॉर द फोन एंड इट वाज 9:12 AM. So the governor was in doubt because they had removed everything. Even then, he was having this troubling thought in his mind that he might use anything which the invigilator might have brought unwittingly or unknowingly, just like a knife, etc. The governor reached for the phone. It was 9:12 AM. The examinee and the invigilator had already been introduced by Stephen when Jackson came back and shouted to McElroy through the cell door. उसको आवाज देकर शाउट करके वो क्या कर जाता है उसको ना, बी अलर्ट. तो एट दैट टाइम स्टीफन हैड ऑलरेडी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड देम बोथ. The examinee means Evans and the invigilator McElroy who had come there. Can you come outside a minute, sir? You too, Stephens. And he was told to come outside so that he could be given some instructions. Jackson quickly explained the governor's worries and McElroy patiently held out his arms at shoulder level while Jackson lightly frisked his clothes. Something hard here, sir. Now, Jackson just made a request to the invigilator McElroy because he told him that governor was having some worries. He was worried about something wrong going to happen, or Ivan can do anything wrong. That's why he just made him a request to come out so that they could investigate कि उसका भी वो checking कर पाएं, उसका बैग का या उसके भी कपड़ों में कुछ वो छिपा कर ना लाया हो. That's why they called the invigilator also outside, and he was told about the governor's worries, and his clothes were frisked out. Frisked out means searched out. And something hard here, sir. और जैक्सन उसको क्या कहता है कि आई एम फीलिंग समथिंग हार्ड. उसको लगा कि कुछ उसके कपड़ों के अंदर उसने कुछ छिपाया हुआ है, कुछ हार्ड सा उसको फील हुआ है. Says Ma reading glasses, replied McElroy, looking down at the spectacle case. उसका स्पेक्टिकल जो स्पेक्स का केस था, उसका बॉक्स होता है डिब्बी जिसके अंदर स्पेक्स का रखता था, दैट ही माइट हैव बीन हुक्ड इट हियर ऑन हिज ट्राउजर. तो उसको वो फील हो रहा है. क्या कह रहा है कि ये मेरी ग्लासेस का कवर है. जैक्सन क्विकली रीअश्योर्ड हिम and bending down on the landing, thumb flicked the catches on the suitcase. और एकदम से वो फिर से उसको reassure, अपने आप को reassure करने के लिए, because he was given the duty by the governor to check the invigilator also, he bent down and started opening the catches, means the hooks of his suitcase. जो उसके पास सूटकेस था उसके हुक्स को खोलता है चेक करने के लिए. He picked up each envelope in turn, carefully passed his palms along their surfaces, और बड़े ध्यान से वो एक एक करके सारी चीजें जो हैं उसके सूटकेस में से निकाल के उसको चेक करता है. सबसे पहले क्या करता है, he picked up each envelope, उसमें जो भी envelopes थे लिफाफे के अंदर उनको निकालने की कोशिश करता है. carefully passed his palm along their surface, उसके ऊपर अपना हाथ रब करता है, अपनी पाम को रब करता है, so that he can feel if anything hard or something wrong is there, and seemed satisfied. And he did not find anything wrong. He was satisfied. He riffled cursorily through a few pages of Holy Writ and vaguely shook the church times. All right so far, but one of the objects in McElroy's suitcase was puzzling him sorely. He was satisfied with everything. He checked everything. He checked even the newspaper also. उसको भी हिलाकर देखता है. Then he saw that Bible book also जो उसके पास थी, if he had kept anything. But suddenly he felt something puzzling him. That was some object which was not required. He felt like that. Do you mind telling me why you have brought this, sir? उसको कुछ hard सी चीज उसके सूटकेस में नजर आती है और उससे पूछता है कि why you have brought it. He held up a smallish, semi-inflated rubber ring, such as a young child with a waist of about 12 inches might have struggled into. क्या चीज थी वो, क्या पूछ रहा है. He was having a very small semi-inflated rubber ring. जैसे रबर रिंग टायर होता है कोई, ऐसा रबड़ का रिंग बना हुआ था. That was semi-inflated, means पूरी उसमें हवा नहीं भरी हुई थी. It was not inflated, कुछ उसमें हवा थी, semi-inflated था. और वो उससे पूछ रहा है कि why you have brought it. It was just having the waist of about 12 inches, कि जैसे 12 इंचेस बच्चे के वेस्ट के अकॉर्डिंगली उसका साइज बना, इतना छोटा सा वो रिंग था. And he asked him कि why he has brought this. You thinking of going for a swim, sir? And in a very funny manner, in a joking manner, he asked him कि you want to go for swimming? Why you have brought this ring? McElroy's hitherto amiable demeanor was slightly ruffled by this tasteless little pleasantry, and he answered Jackson somewhat sorely. He felt very bad when he asked this question, and he made fun of him, asking that it is just like a child of 12 inches, and why you have brought, you want to go for swimming. But somehow, because he was on duty, he had to answer, and his amiable nature, otherwise he was very friendly by nature, but he felt bad and got angry, and he answered Jackson somewhat sorely. That means in a very rude or angry manner. If you must know, I suffer from hemorrhoids, and when I'm sitting down for any length of time, says if you know this thing, I'm suffering from hemorrhoid. What is hemorrhoid? Anyone knows? Piles की problem होती है, बवासीर की problem कहते हैं. And he feels that problem, and if he has to sit for a long time, it will be difficult for him to sit. So he has brought that rubber ring to keep on the chair where he will sit, just like a pillow. जैसे कोई गद्दी सी रख कर नीचे soft बैठा जाता है, ऐसे उसने वो rubber ring. What he tells him that he has brought this rubber ring just to sit, because he has to sit for a long time for the duty, and that's why he has brought, because he is suffering from this problem of hemorrhoid. Piles की problem है उसको, जिस वजह से वो ring लेकर आया है. This was again a very suspense created why he has brought it. And You will come to know at the end what was there according to that rubber ring and what he has brought in that rubber ring. Actually, he has brought the pig's blood in that rubber ring, सिर्फ शो करने के लिए. और कहते जब ह्यूमन ब्लड जो है उसके बीच में इसको मिक्स किया जाता है ताकि जो उसके थिक ना हो जाए, उसके क्लॉट्स ना बने. अदरवाइज ह्यूमन ब्लड जो है उसके क्लॉट्स बन जाते हैं, अगर वो ज़्यादा देर तक पड़ा रहता है तो क्लॉट्स बन जाते हैं. एंड ही हैज़ ब्रॉट दैट ब्लड टू show, or when they will change their personalities, at that time you will come to know how he will use it. In that rubber ring, he has brought the blood of the pig blood, which can be mixed with the human blood so that it can avoid clots. Very, very sorry, sir. I did not mean to. Says, I don't want to insult you or made you angry. The embarrassment was still reddening Jackson's cheeks when he found the paper knife at the bottom of the case. और अभी भी उसको अपने आप में embarrassment feel हो रही थी कि एक priest है और इतना वेल रेप्यूटेड पर्सन है इन्विजिलेटर जो आया और उसको वो क्वेश्चनिंग कर रहा है या उसकी चेकिंग कर रहा है, और ऐसा क्वेश्चन उसने मजाक में उसका मजाक उड़ाया इस चीज को कहकर कि व्हाई ही हैज ब्रॉट फॉर द इज इट फॉर द स्विमिंग. So he was feeling a little bit embarrassed when suddenly he saw that there was a knife also in the suitcase. I think it would be, I would better keep this, though if you don't mind, that is sir. He says, if you don't mind, I can keep this knife. मतलब आप इसको अंदर नहीं लेके जाओ, मैं इसको बाहर ही रख लेता हूँ, if you don't mind. It was 9:18 a.m. What was the time otherwise for the starting of the exam? 9:15. So it was already late, because they have called the invigilator out for the checking and it delayed for the paper. It was 9:18 a.m. before the governor heard their voices again. Governor को फिर से conversation सुनाई देती है. It was clear that the examination was going to be more than a little late in the getting underway, और इस process में examination was going to be little late. McElroy, you have got a watch? Evans, yes sir. Now see the conversation between the invigilator and the examining. Evans, he is asking about the watch. McElroy, I'll be telling you when to start, and again when you have 5 minutes left. All right, he says, I'll tell you the time when you will start, and then at the end when the 5 minutes will be left, I'll again tell you the time. Then there is silence. McElroy, there's plenty more of this writing papers. Should you need it? There were so many papers on the bench or the table where Evans was sitting. So he asked, there are so many papers. Do you need all these papers? Silence is again there. McElroy, now write the name of the paper 021-1 in the top left hand corner. You are given the code when you start your examination. At that time you are told a code in between to write and to fill in your answer sheets. Code दिया जाता है ना आपको, आप एग्जाम 10th के अपीयर हुए हो, and according to the board you are given some code number. So he told Evans to write the name of the paper, जो भी code है 021-1. Please note down, this can be converted into MCQ question. In the top left hand corner, sheet के ऊपर column बने होते हैं, and as you are told in the same way, he is telling that you must write down. So then again there is silence. McElroy, in the top right hand corner, write your index number 313. Index number just like the roll number, your code number, and in the box just below that write your center number 271. All right, he gave him instructions all about writing the code of the paper, about writing his index number, and then about writing the center number. Please note down all these codes which are given. Then again silence is there. It is 9:20 a.m. McElroy, I am now going to. Evans is not going to stay here, is he? And he felt that he is going to say that he is not going to stay here. And otherwise he is asking about Mr. Stephen, who was inside the cell. And Evans was worried that he should not be inside the cell. कि अगर उसकी duty है, I am going to appear for the examination, and why he is standing on my head, I am getting embarrassed and feeling tensed. तो वो क्या रिक्वेस्ट करता है, उससे पूछ रहा है कि आर यू गोइंग टू स्टे हेयर ओनली, कि क्या आप यहीं अंदर ही खड़ा रहोगे. उसका मतलब ये था कि वो सेल से बाहर चला जाए. एंड ही मेड दिस रिक्वेस्ट, ही आस्क्ड लाइक दिस. McElroy, आई डोंट नो अबाउट दैट. Invigilator does not know about this because this is the arrangement of the prison only, of the governor only, what to do. Stephens, Mr. Jackson has given me strict instructions to, and Mr. Stephen answers that he has been given instruction by Mr. Jackson that he will stay inside the cell. कि उसको यही instruction है कि वो अंदर ही रहेगा जहां पर एग्जाम हो रहा है. Evans, how am I supposed to concentrate on my exam with someone breathing down my neck? Christ, sorry sir, I did not mean. He made a request in one way that I cannot do my examination in a good way. I cannot concentrate on my exam if he is standing nearby and breathing on my neck. कि मेरे सिर के ऊपर खड़ा होकर कहता अगर वो सांस ले रहा है तो मैं अपने पेपर के ऊपर कंसंट्रेट नहीं कर सकता. So according to him, he was just making a request that Stephen should go out. The governor reached for the phone because this conversation was listened by the governor. So the governor reached for the phone. Jackson, good. Get Stephens out of that cell, will you? I think we are perhaps overdoing things. तो उसको भी लगा कि वो कुछ ज़्यादा ही over precautions ले रहे हैं. It is quite right about Evans कि अगर वो कह रहा है कि उसको problem feel हो रही है concentrate करने में exam के ऊपर, then Stephen should be called outside. कि वो दरवाजे के बाहर ड्यूटी दे, he should not be inside the cell. So governor gave order to Jackson that Stephen should be removed from inside the cell and he should stand outside near the door for the duty. It was the governor heard the exchanges in the cell. There was exchange क्योंकि Jackson जो है वो Stephen को आगे मैसेज देता है और उसके बाद Stephen दरवाजा खोलता है, बाहर आता है. So there was exchanges in the cell. Heard the door clang once more and heard McElroy announce that the examination had begun at last. And at the end, it was announcement by the invigilator McElroy that the exam had started. It was 9:25 a.m. Note down, 10 minutes the exam started late. It was 9:15 and actually the exam started at 9:25 and there was a great calm, peace, quietness was there. At 9:40 a.m., the examination board rang through and the assistant secretary with special responsibility for modern languages asked to speak to the governor. They got a call at 9:40. 9:25 पर exam start हो रहा है. Then there was peacefulness in the room, in the cell. No noise was there, no conversation was there. But at 9:40, the examination board rang and the secretary, assistant secretary with special responsibility, who was responsible for conducting the exam of the modern languages, he wanted to talk to the governor. There was a call from the examination board by the assistant secretary. The examination had already started, no doubt, a quarter of an hour ago. Yes, well, there was a correction slip which some fool had forgotten to place in the examination package. Very brief. Could the governor please? Call पे उनको क्या कहा जा रहा है? First they inquired about the starting of the examination. कि एग्जाम स्टार्ट हो चुका है या नहीं और उनको क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन दी गई कि नियर अबाउट हाफ एन आवर, द क्वार्टर ऑफ एन आवर एग्जाम हैड ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड. एग्जाम शुरू हो चुका है. और सेकंड चीज क्या बताई जा रही है असिस्टेंट सेक्रेटरी के द्वारा, दैट देयर वाज अ करेक्शन स्लिप which some fool had forgotten to place in the examination package. कि जब वो पैकेट का पैकिंग की जा रही थी तो उसमें वो स्लिप डालना भूल गए हैं. पेपर के अंदर एक कोई करेक्शन थी और उसके लिए स्पेशल करेक्शन स्लिप बनाई गई थी जो कि उसी पैकेट के अंदर डालकर भेजी जानी थी. एंड दे हैव फॉरगॉटन टू पुट इट. दैट्स व्हाई ही इज गिविंग अ कॉल. एंड वेरी ब्रीफ ही सेज आई वांट टू टॉक टू द गवर्नर. Yes, of course. I will put you straight through to Mr. Jackson in D wing. Hold the line a minute. और उसको मैसेज दिया जा रहा है कि आप लाइन पे बने रहिए. आपको डायरेक्ट मैं मिस्टर जैक्सन जो कि डी विंग में मेन गेट पे ड्यूटी पे है उससे बात करवा देता हूं सो दैट ही कैन कन्वे द मैसेज इनसाइड द एग्जामिनेशन रूम फॉर द करेक्शन. तो डायरेक्ट उससे बात करवा देते हैं. Was this the sort of thing the governor had feared? And the governor had a fear in his mind that there may be some fake calls in between if some planning is there about Evans. And this was the doubt in his mind. He had fear in his mind. Was the phone call a fake? एकदम उसके माइंड में ये बात आती है कि क्या ये फोन कॉल फेक भी हो सकती है. सम सिग्नल, सम सीक्रेट मैसेज, कुछ सीक्रेट मैसेज देना चाहते हो, कुछ ऐसा हिंट देना चाहते हो. But he could check on that immediately. But he was very much sure because he knew that he could listen the conversation and he felt that he could check it. He dialed the number of the examination board, but heard only the staccato bleeps of a line engaged. And after their conversation, when the message was given inside the cell for the correction, he tried to get it verified from the examination board. And the governor gave a call in the examination board ये वेरीफाई करने के लिए कि क्या सचमुच कॉल उनके असिस्टेंट सेक्रेटरी की तरफ से थी. Just to verify it, he gave a call, but there was no one on the line. He only could listen the staccato bleeps, that is the high electronic sounds. जैसे कई बार फोन engage हो तो आपको साउंड सुनाई देती है. In that way he could listen only those bleeps of a line engaged. But then the line was engaged, wasn't it? Yes. Not very intelligent that. And he was in doubt, he was worried that he could not talk to anyone in the examination board, and he could not verify the situation whether the call was real from the examination board or it was a fake call. 2 minutes later, he heard some whispered communication in the cell. He again heard someone talking in whispers in the cell, and then McElroy's broad Scots voice, and then he heard the Scottish voice of McElroy, who was speaking in Scottish language. Uski language to Scottish thi. Will you please stop writing for a while? For a wee while means for a short time, for a while, Mr. Evans, and listen carefully. जो उसके पास correction आई थी, now he is going to tell that correction to Evans. और उसको कहता है कि कैन यू स्टॉप फॉर अ वाइल, कि आप थोड़ी देर के लिए रुकना, लिखना बंद करो और मेरी बात को सुनो. कैंडिडेट्स ऑफरिंग जर्मन 021-1, नोट डाउन द कोड. इट वाज द सेम कोड that was given in the beginning कि जो students candidates ने 021 कोड वाला जर्मन पेपर ऑफर किया है should note the following correction. There is a correction in the paper and they must note down on page 3 line 15. Please underline, this can be converted into MCQs question कि correction कहाँ पर थी. On page 3 line 15 the fourth word should read golden, not golden. If we go for the spellings, there is only one N that is added at that word, and the whole phrase will be therefore read zoom golden loin, not zoom golden loin. Spellings mein difference hai. If we go according to our pronunciation, I'll repeat that, and then he repeated that correction also. He was speaking in the Scottish language and this paper was of German. So accordingly, on page 3, line 15, fourth word, he got the correction done in his paper. The governor listened and smiled. He was listening everything, whatever the conversation was going on, and he just started smiling. He had taken German in the 6th form himself because the governor had read in the his junior classes. In the 6th class, he had read German. He knew somewhat about German. उसको German language की knowledge थी क्योंकि उसने 6th class में ये language पढ़ी हुई थी. And he remembered all about the agreements of adjectives. जैसे आप इंग्लिश में एडजेक्टिव्स ऐड करते हो, ऐसे ही उसने भी एडजेक्टिव्स के कॉम्बिनेशन के बारे में उसको याद था, कुछ जो भी उसने पढ़ा हुआ था अपने 6th स्टैंडर्ड में. एंड सो डिड मैकेलरे बाय द साउंड ऑफ थिंग्स, फॉर द मिनिस्टर्स प्रोनाउंसिएशन वाज मोस्ट इंप्रेसिव. और उसको लगा कि जो इन्विजिलेटर था मैकेलरे, ही आल्सो न्यू German, because whatever he was speaking, his pronunciation was impressive. He was speaking in a good way. But what about Evans? But he was worried whether Evans knows about the German, whether he had learned that much German that he could understand. He probably did not know what an adjective was. और उसको लग रहा था कि शायद उसको adjectives के बारे में नहीं पता होगा, कि उसने इतनी ज़्यादा German language के बारे में knowledge नहीं ली होगी that he could understand. The phone rang again. He was just thinking about the previous correction only. Then suddenly again the phone rang. The magistrate's court. The phone was from magistrate's court. They needed a prison van and a couple of prison officers. What was the phone call? Now there was a call from the magistrate court and they required a prison van and a couple of prison officers. क्या demand करी गई है कि उनको एक van चाहिए और कुछ prison officers चाहिए. Remand case. For what? For a remand case. Anyone who knows what is a remand case? Yes. इंटेरोगेशन के लिए जब प्रिजनर को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पर ले जाया जाता है कोर्ट केस के लिए, उसकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन होती है, उससे क्वेश्चनिंग की जाती है, तो एक कोर्ट में से दूसरी कोर्ट में जब वो लेकर जाते हैं, दैट इज रिमांड केस। कि कोई रिमांड केस है जिसके लिए उन्होंने क्या डिमांड करी है कि उनको एक प्रिजन वैन चाहिए जिसमें उन्होंने प्रिजनर को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पर लेकर जाना है, और उसके साथ ड्यूटी के लिए कुछ प्रिजन ऑफिसर्स भी चाहिए। दिस वाज द डिमांड ऑन द फोन, एंड विद इन 2 minutes the governor was wondering whether that could be a hoax, or once again the doubt came in his mind that this call can again be a false alarm, can be a false call। फिर से उसके माइंड में एक डाउट सा आ जाता है कि कहीं ये कोई फेक कॉल तो नहीं कर रहा कि उसको बिजी करने के लिए, उसको इन्वॉल्व करने के लिए कहीं और। he told himself not to be so silly, but he try to make himself understand this thing that he is over exaggerating the thing, कि बिना मतलब के वो डाउट करे जा रहा है, अपने आप को सिली बिहेव कर रहा है वो, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। his imagination was beginning to run riot, and what he started imagining in his mind about the doubt or the fake calls, it was taking him into wild thoughts। run riot means taking some new ideas in his mind। उसके माइंड में बहुत सी बातें आनी शुरू हो जाती हैं। he starts imagining कि अगर ये फेक कॉल है तो शायद कोई प्लानिंग ना हो इवेंट्स की ऐसी। Events for the first quarter of an hour, Stephens had dutifully peered through the peephole at intervals of 1 minute or so। लेकिन जहां तक इवेंट्स का सवाल था, उसको पता था कि एग्जाम्स चल रहा है, एंड ही इज सिटिंग इन द रूम, और इन द फर्स्ट क्वार्टर Stephen, who was on duty on the wall,